101 with Lynch and Taco.
On Orlando's Rock Station, 101.1 WJRR. This hour brought to you by our next Orlando Magic Mick Ultra Watch Party. We're doing this on a Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock. It'll be the Magic and the Spurs, Taco Bob.
Gonna be at Flanagan's, corner of Redbug and Tuscaloosa, right there in Winter Springs. This Sunday, starting at 4. I believe you said that we were going to have birthday tickets.
That is what my information indicates, and we'll also have tickets you can win to an upcoming Magic home game.
So where are we going to be? Flanagan's, corner of Redbug and Tuscaloosa this Sunday, Winter Springs, starting at 4. So come join us. Have a nice cold, maybe a few of them cold Mick Ultras while you're watching the game.
So let's begin with this. We actually talked with the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, on Monday about Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
Just picking back up and doing what he does best, and that's winning PGA golf tournaments. He won that event, out in California this past weekend?
Yeah, versus the 18-year-old.
A guy named Larry Shea bets on golf.
Okay.
And he guaranteed last week on his social media that there was no way Scotty Scheffler would win a golf tournament in California, period. He said, if Scotty Scheffler wins this week, I will only eat Wendy's chili for a month. It's not happening, folks. Zero chance.
How does that chili taste?
Well, Larry is making good on his pledge. He says, the only thing I'm going to eat until February 25th for breakfast, lunch, and dinner is Wendy's chili. No cheese, no crackers, just the chili.
How do you get that much chili? Does he have to buy it ahead of time?
Well, or you just have to go to Wendy's when you're hungry for the month.
They serve it for breakfast?
Apparently they do, because he tweeted, breakfast chili is surprisingly underrated. But he did note that he regrets not allowing the crackers. I want you to think about this for a second. Mm-hmm. If you make chili, all right, you usually make chili because you got a hankering for it, or maybe there's a game,
or it's
cold or whatever.
Yeah.
And as it's cooking all day, you make that big batch of chili, and when you finally get to eat, it's like, oh, this is so good, this is so good, this is so good, and you have enough left over for the next day, and the next day, oh, this is so good, and then you get to the point you're like, okay, I'm done with chili for a while. I'm going to go ahead and just freeze the rest of this. Yep. And we'll have this a few weeks, if not months, down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Just having to plow through for another month with nothing but chili for every breakfast, lunch, dinner.
I didn't think about, and then what it would, tired of it.
Would do to your innards, especially a guy like you who has a very active innards.
And I'm sorry, let's go one step further, which is what this show normally does, not being gross, going further with the toppings. A bowl of chili ain't a bowl of chili without some crumpled up crackers, some cheese, and some sour cream.
Maybe some jalapenos thrown in.
Yeah.
Maybe some raw onions on top.
Raw onions, but to have nothing, that would just be so blah. That guy sold himself short, just like he said.
Yeah, he's going to have to be buying some new underwear, I think, at the very least. Chili from Wendy's for nothing, breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a month.
I can tell you, this story just made a lot of people want chili. I'm sure it made a lot of people disgusted with chili that he's going to do this for that long. But with the cold temps we have right now,
I do have 2 containers frozen from the last time I made chili.
See, my dad always made the chili, so I got to figure it out. Maybe I'll just have a friend make it.
Remember, chili's very easy to make.
I know.
It's really easy.
I'm very lazy at times.
10% chili, I whip
No, I could whip a batch chili. Very good one, I'm sure.
Anybody who's been around for a while remembers the old Saturday Night Live skit with the Bears superfans, Bill Swirsky superfans.
Oh yeah,
it was George Wentz.
That was when
Chris Farley.
That was when Saturday Night Live was actually good.
Mike Myers. They're all in on Coach Ditka at the time of the Bears.
Absolutely.
Did you guys order the nachos or the beers?
The beers.
You know, gentlemen, I may not even watch the basketball game today.
Yeah.
I may turn my attention to the Indianapolis 500.
Well, at least the outcome of that is in question. Who do you gentlemen like in a race? Now, the favorites are Rick Mears, A.J. Foyt, and Gary Bettenhausen.
I like Mears. Mears.
Rick Mears. Yeah.
Well, that old deal there. They absolutely worship Mike Ditka, spoofing the typical stereotype Chicago fan. The iconic sweater that Coach Ditka wore when the Bears won their only Super Bowl 40 years ago is up for auction at golden.co. Have you seen that Golden show on Netflix? They go behind the scenes on the sports memorabilia and how they get it.
Yes, I have. Yes.
So, yeah, if you watch that, you're easily getting that this is a pricey, prized piece of memorabilia. It's up for auction, and it will be available for another week or so to bid on. The current bid as of last night for that sweater vest from Ditka.
How much?
Take a wild guess.
$450,000.
No, it's at $82,000, which is insane.
Yeah,
absolutely insane.
But if you had that, now see, we're all too logical. If we have $82,000, that's the last thing we're doing. Even if it was for the Jags or
the auction house says, quote, "This wasn't Nike or Reebok or someone telling a coach what to wear. This was his uniform. He was going to wear it every time." That's pretty funny if you stop and think about it. Before the big sports sponsorships, and the coach would wear whatever, whatever you're going to wear, and that was Ditka's trademark.
Well, does the coach really wear sponsors material like we know the players do?
It depends on the deal and the team and whether it's college or pro. Or
I think you look at certain coaches and know, because I've seen, for instance, the Miami coach who just got fired and now is in LA or wherever. Think of his outfits. Those aren't sponsored outfits. He's wearing, this quote unquote swaggy stuff. I think he looks like a tool, but other people are like, "Oh, he's just dressed so cool."
So Heinz ketchup is making good on something they were joking about a while back, producing a KegChup. KegChup.
So a keg of ketchup?
It's 2 feet tall, weighs 10 pounds, and holds 114 ounces of Heinz ketchup. They're going to start giving these away as a contest related to the Super Bowl, but then they are actually going to produce these that you can buy in time for next football season. What?
Who needs that? You know how crusty ketchup gets at times, where it gets all mudded up, and the
time and place to break something like this out. If you're having a big old get together or tailgate or whatever,
I get it, but
talk about
if you want it, that's cool. But I ain't buying it.
I want to see what this thing looks like. I put it on our Facebook page.
Now, it brings in the question: do you refrigerate ketchup or not?
I do.
I do too. And because you'll see it sitting at the restaurants.
You're just about to blow up the text line. You know that, right?
I totally get it. But I know, because that's what I started with. We talked about it before, but the ketchup, I keep it in the fridge. And if I have a keg of it, that's taking up so much room.
You need a KegChup Raider.
Yeah.
Just take the keg of beer out and throw the keg. Imagine the surprise of your friends when they go to try to draw an ice cold draft.
Getting a glass of ketchup.
Oh, God.
Orlando's rock. WJRR Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.